Hey there, it's Sarah, author, speaker, and advocate. In order to heal fully, you have to reconnect with your authentic self. This is very important to remember. And in order to find your authentic self, you have to know exactly what to look for. This is probably much easier said than done in the aftermath of trauma. That's because your whole world has been turned upside down, and it can be hard to remember who you were prior to these life-changing events. It's important to always remember, too, that trauma changes things. It changes people, and you will never be the same, but this is a good thing. It means you're wiser and braver than you were before. It means you made it to the other side of the battle and you're still going strong. And you're better equipped to fend off any toxicity moving forward than you were prior to the trauma. It also means that you have to find the best version of yourself amid the debris. You have to reconnect with that genuine being inside, that authentic self who is still there and waiting to be accessed. Your authentic self now won't be 100% the same as it was pre-trauma, but it is still the realest version of who you are now. There are several ways in which you can get back to the sense of self. It'll take patience and persistence, and it won't be easy. But you've already been through the worst of it, and you've already proven that anything is possible. So what can you do? Start small and try to find a few minutes of quiet time alone. Let your thoughts race. Don't try to slow them down or redirect them. Let whatever enters your mind in these moments to enter without judgment, and let one fleeting thought pass on to the next. After all, the best way to find out who you really are is by allowing yourself to be this person without stifling your thoughts or correcting them. Here's the thing too. Oftentimes trauma is inflicted on those who are easy to afflict it upon, unfortunately. Abusers, manipulators, liars, and every other type of trauma inflictor typically like to target those with poor self-esteem or a poor self-concept, those who are codependent or empathetic or empathic. Victims tend to be more other-centered than self-focused, and predators feed off this positivity until the well ultimately runs dry. Therefore, everything that enters your mind will likely be somewhat unpleasant at first. You may feel shame and guilt believing you allowed this trauma to enter your life. You may not like the person you were pre-trauma, in the midst of trauma, or even thereafter. You may be particularly self-critical. But it is in these internal perceptions of self that you will find the authenticity you seek. You'll get acquainted with who you truly are so you can address those unhealed wounds and come up with a plan moving forward. So don't be afraid of this authenticity, even if it's unpleasant. Trauma is all too often caused by superficial and false personas. To separate yourself from this and to prevent further infliction, you cannot be afraid of living in your truth. As the saying goes, speak your truth even if your voice shakes. So never be afraid to do so. I hope this is helpful. Thank you.